Buenos dias, clase, feliz lunes, and welcome back to another lesson in Español 2. Obviously, by our title today, we are going to be talking about mandatos informales, our informal commands. We're going to do a little review of our affirmative here, and then I will introduce the negative commands. I'm doing this on a screencast today because several of you over the weekend here in the past couple days have told me that you've had a hard time reading what I've written on my board. So I'm going to try it this way so you can see a little bit better, and hopefully my Wi-Fi is going to work a little better. They've been out working on the poles in my area here the past couple weeks, so I'm not sure what they're changing, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better. All right, so let's move on to our content for today. All right, so here's a little repaso of our affirmative two mandatos, our two commands. This command form is part of this lovely little thing called the imperative mood. Imperative is just the fancy term for command, okay? So let's get into this. So if you remember from last week, last Thursday on Jueves, how do you form an affirmative command? You start with the infinitive verb. Step 2, you put it into the to form. And then step 3, or paso tres, you drop the S from the to form, okay? Now, if you thought, gee, this looks familiar, see, class A, yes, it is the third person singular form that we're using as our command form. However, we do teach that the to form minus the S is the informal affirmative command, just to remind you that it is informal, it is the to command, we use it with someone we would use to with, and por favor, please keep thinking about it this way, because it's going to come up in the future. It's going to be important when we talk about formal commands that we would use with usted. Don't know if we'll get to that by the end of our year this year, but you'll definitely be talking about it in Español 3 if you move on next year. Okay, so these are our regulars. These are the 3 steps we need for our regular affirmative commands. If we move on to the next slide, here are our irregulares. Remember, if you have the verb tener, it goes to ten, venir goes to ven, poner goes to pon, salir goes to sal, hacer goes to as with a Z, decir goes to D, ser goes to se with an accent here, and ir goes to ve. Okay. Now on Thursday's homework, I did post a little YouTube video that you could go to. There's a catchy little tune to help you remember these regulars. I'll sing it for you again. Remember, I'm not the greatest singer, but está bien. So you repeat these 3 times, and then you just say these ones once. So here it goes. It goes ten ben, pon salas ten ben, pon salas ten ben, pon salas di se ve. Okay. So you can look up that video. It's really fast. Slow it down first, and then maybe practice getting faster. Okay. All right. So we are going to move into informal negative commands, aka negative to commands, also part of the imperative mood. Okay. So negative commands are a little bit different. They have some different steps we'll have to follow, but what are negative commands? Well, they're basically commands to tell someone what not to do. For example, don't talk during class. Don't run in the hall. Don't touch the artwork. Okay, so we are going to be using don't in all of these commands in English, and I'm going to show you how we make these in Espanol. All right, so if we can maybe, there it goes. Okay, so here are our steps. We have a few more than our affirmatives, but for our negatives, number 1, we're still going to start with the infinitive, okay? Step number 2, you're going to put it in the yo form, okay? So whatever verb you have, you're going to put it in the yo form. Now, don't forget about goes and the o's. If you have a go in the yo, you're going to have to keep that G in there, okay? And I'll show you a couple examples here in a couple minutes. But put it in the yo form. And then step number 3, you're going to take off the O, okay? Then, here's where it gets fun, class A. You're going to add the opposite vowel ending plus S. Okay, so for ejemplo, that was a mix. Por ejemplo, for AR verbs here, you're going to add ES onto the end of that yo form after you take off that O. For ER-IR verbs, you are going to add AS to the yo form after you take off the O, okay? And then finally, don't forget to have no before the command, okay? So at the bottom of your screen, we have the verb hablar. That's step 1. Step 2, yo form, hablo. Step 3, habl minus O. Okay, so we're going to keep our stem habl. Step 4, we're going to take habl. It's an AR verb. We're going to add ES. Okay, so we have hables. And then for step 5, don't forget the no, and it becomes no hables. No hables means don't talk or don't speak. Okay? So let's look at some examples. So we have the verb tener right here. The yo form of tener is tengo. We subtract the O, we have teng. We add the opposite vowel, it's an ER verb, so we're going to be adding an A plus S. So we have tengas. Don't forget your no, no tengas, which means don't have. Okay. We have another example here. It's AR verb ayudar. The yo form is ayudo. That's step 2. Step number 3, we're going to subtract that O. Step number 4, we're going to add ES because it's an AR verb. We have ayudes. Step number 5, add no. No ayudes means don't help. Okay? So let's keep going on. So take a second. If we have no escribir, what would our form be? You can pause and do this yourself. But no escribir is going to become no escribas, don't write. No estudiar. Pause if you want. Do this on your own. Is going to become no estudies. Okay? Notice we've done the opposite vowel here and we've added an S. Okay? No comer. Give it a second. Is going to become no comas. Don't eat. Okay? And then here's an example of where goes and the yos are going to be important because the yo form of hacer is hago. Okay, hago. So don't forget you're going to need that G in there. So don't do is going to become no hagas. Okay. So there's a couple of examples of how to form your negative commands. Those are all regulars though, Class A. Those 5 steps are the regulars. We're going to look at some irregulares next. So the irregulars. We have 2 kind of sets of irregulars if you want to think about them like this. We have verbs that don't end in O in the yo form and verbs that end in car, gar, and sar. So let's look at the left side here first. So if we have a verb that does not end in O in the yo form, it's going to have an irregular -2 command. Okay. The reason is you don't have an O to take off, you have something else, so it is going to become irregular. So verbs like dar, the yo form is doi. Okay, this is actually just going to become no des. Okay, we're just going to take off everything and add es, no des. Now here, the yo form is voy, and this is going to become no vayas. Okay, no vayas. Saber, the yo form of saber is se, so this is going to become no sepas. You see we have a P out of nowhere. If you remember back to our preterites, saber gets a P, supe, if you remember. So it's not unusual for saber to get a P. We are seeing it again here in our informal negative commands, no sepas. Estar, the yo form is estoy. This becomes no estes. Okay, no estes. Note that there is an accent on this E. Okay, it's going to be muy importante. No estes. Don't be. And finally at the bottom there we have ser. The yo form is soy. And its form is going to be no seas. This is not sees. It looks like sees, but this is no seas. Okay? And on the right-hand side, we have verbs that end in car, gar, and sar. They are going to do a little bit of spelling changing to keep the same pronunciation. Once again, if you remember back to our beautiful preterites, we have the same family here where car, gar, and sar will change spelling. So verbs that end in car, the C is going to change to QU. So tokar, the yo form would be toko, but then we change that C to QU, so we become no toques. Okay? Apagar, gar verb, G changes to GU. The yo form of apagar is apago, but then we add a U, so this becomes no apagues. Okay? And then finalmente, we have the verb empezar. Empezar is an E to IE stem changer on top of having a Z. The yo form would be empiezo, so we have empieces right here. So our Z has changed to a C. Okay? All right, so that is the end of our irregulars for informal negative commands. You've learned the steps for regulars. Here are the irregulars. You can refer to this list. You'll have to go back to Google Classroom to find the activity for the next couple days. It will be due on Thursday at 11:59 p.m. If you have any questions, please let me know. Reach out to me on Remind, on Classroom, email me, and I will have office hours tomorrow. I'll post those in Google Classroom. If you have any questions, you can ask me them. All right, have a great lunes and hasta jueves. Until Thursday.